In this video on Microsoft's marketing list functionality within Microsoft Dynamics for Sales, we're going to cover off some more advanced use of querying tools to build marketing lists. Specifically, we're going to show how you can build a marketing list based on data that's held in related records, not necessarily the core record that you've based the list on. Now, this is one in a series. You can see links below to others in the series on building marketing lists. Also, if you've got any content suggestions or indeed need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, please see the list below. So, in this video, as I say, we're going to show how we can build lists based on data that's not necessarily held on the core record, but is held on associated records. So, what I'm going to do is create a new marketing list. I'll click New. I'm going to clear the suggestions on this. I'll give it a name, call it Test 5. That seems to be our theme at the moment. I'm going to actually make it, for simplicity's sake, a dynamic list. It doesn't really matter. What we're going to show here applies to both dynamic and static lists, even though those are slightly different types of lists. And we're going to target that. And I was talking earlier about the core record we're targeting. We can target contacts, leads, accounts, but I'm going to target contacts or people. So I've selected that. I'm just going to save that. I've now created my basic marketing list. And then I'm going to go to the Manage Members area. And now we can build our query. So let's say, I'm working with the standard Microsoft test data set here, so I've got some limitations that I'm working with. But let's say we want to build a list of contacts who work at organizations with an annual revenue of over 10,000. So that's what we want to do. Now, that annual revenue figure is not held on the contact record, it's held on a related record, in this case, the related organization record. So in order to do that, if I go add, if I did add a row, it will assume by default that it's from the contact record itself. But what I can do is say I want to add from a related entity, in other words, a related record type. In our case, we said we wanted a related account. And then I get this dialog come up. And then I can say, choose a related entity. So it's effectively, what related record do you want to use for this query? And if I just click on the down arrow there, you'll see a list of related records. Now, the way this is structured, by the way, you can see here I've got a many-to-one. So the many-to-one, in other words, where the record I'm at the moment, these are parent records. But if you can see, I've got a one-to-many relationship there, and those are child records. And then if you scroll, which I'm not going to do, but you've got many-to-many as the last grouping, and that's how those different record types are grouped. Now I'm going to look up to a parent record. So let me scroll to the top there, and I'm going to pick up on company name account, because that is the related organization record for these contacts. And if I select that, I can now choose a field within that. And we said we wanted to select annual revenue greater than 10,000. If I can spot annual revenue, which is there, and the operator needs to be greater than, so we select that, and then we're going to put 10,000. If I find that, it'll display the members that meet those criteria, and if I use the query, they'll be added as members to the list. So I've now built a marketing list, not based on data held on the contact record, but based on data on a related parent record. I could extend that further if I wish to. I'll just go back into that, wait for that to load. If I now wanted to add, let's say we want to have contacts who work for organizations with revenue greater than 10,000, and for whom, let's say we've got some open opportunity records. Strange query, I know, but we're working within the confines of Microsoft standard data. To do that, I can now add another row, add another related entity, Again, choose which related entity I want. As I said, this isn't a parent record in this case, it's a child record. Opportunities is child to the account. So I've just scrolled down there, and in a moment I'll spot opportunity. That's what we want. And then I'm actually going to say status, from file status equals, then we're going to just want open opportunities. If I now find that, let's cut that list back down, but let's use that query, and then let's change my membership based on data that's held on three different record types, effectively contact, the related organization, and the organization's related opportunity records. So hopefully that explains how you can use queries that bring back data from related records in order to build better marketing lists. As I said, this is one in a series of videos that we've done. You can see links to the others below. If you've got any content suggestions or indeed need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, again, there's links for that below. Anyway, thank you very much for your time today, and hopefully see you again soon.